Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League is absolutely horrible. Everyone hates it, no one likes it. The few people who unironically like it probably have an IQ in the mid-30s, and that is really, really sad. Not sadder than the actual game, though. And, as always, who called it? I called it, boys. Yeah, we all called it, because everyone with common sense knew that Suicide Squad looks absolutely blatantly terrible. But maybe this video I will actually defend Suicide Squad just a little bit.
Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. As you may or may not know, the game is currently in early access stage in the sense that the game is actually out, but those who bought the $100 deluxe edition will get to play the game early, which really is you get to play on time while everyone else who spent less money on the game gets to play it late. Now, I'll be...
True. And as much as I understand this, by the way, everyone who can't afford it, aka people who can't even afford it but will not be kicked out of their place of residence by early access. Almost no one is left who doesn't buy early access for a game that they want to play. It is wild.
I'll be checking out the game myself and reporting back, but I do want to talk about how the game is going in its early stage. Right now, there are a few controversial aspects beyond the fact that the game has just not been well received throughout its marketing cycle because it is a live service and people are not enjoying what they've seen of the gameplay. It just seems like a far cry from the legacy that the Arkham series established. One of the first aspects that has been raising eyebrows...
Well, the Arkham series is a completely different genre of game, first of all. It's not even close. Honestly, again, Suicide Squad is bad. Clearly, I'm just gonna say it right here, right now. I think it's bad, but man, some of the criticism this game receives is just so stupid. It is just brain damage tiers, for example. And this is one of those great examples. Oh, Suicide Squad is not like the Arkham games. I'm so disappointed. Are you kidding me? From the very beginning, it was clearly obvious that it's not gonna be like that. What do you mean you're surprised and disappointed that it's not like the other Arkham games? It's not even an Arkham game! My dude, stop!
Is the fact that Warner Brothers has been refusing to send out review copies, and specifically with IGN, it seemed as though they got some special treatment because of the negative coverage that they did for Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. So right here we have Tom Marks from IGN, who is the executive reviews editor for the outlet, who tweeted, "We won't have a review of Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League at launch as review codes have not been..."
Oh yeah, we already saw this. Access journalism at its finest. Give us a 10 or you don't get a code and you suffer.
Sent ahead of time. In fact, Warner Brothers Games has declined to send IGN codes at all. We'll get our impressions up as soon as we're able after release. Thanks for your patience. It seems as though Warner Brothers specifically singled out IGN because when they did their hands-on preview for the game, they straight up said that they didn't like what they saw and played of the game. So,
you know what's the worst part about that? We actually watched that IGN video, I think. Or at least I saw it. And bruh, man, that video was as tame as possible. It didn't say, oh, Suicide Squad is absolute trash, do not buy. No. They were, well, most of these things can actually be a little bit better. It's not the funnest thing in the universe. Dude, the IGN tried to be as nice as possible. They flat out refused to say it's bad at points, where the only thing that they could say is clearly it's bad. It's just... And even then, they didn't get a copy. This is crazy.
So far, hoping that things will improve when they get to experience the full game. And that, to me, right there is an incredibly shady move on the part of Warner Brothers because it's not media outlets' jobs to give positive impressions. Their job is to give honest impressions to inform potential customers and consumers and players. And if IGN didn't like it, that's within their right to say. And the fact that Warner Brothers is denying review copies based on what your outlet says, and if you do negative coverage and you're denied review copies and they're being selective about who gets review copies, that's them trying to essentially manipulate the narrative surrounding the game. That's them trying to skew initial impressions and reviews. And it's something that's being discussed about at length by members of media outlets. Tom Marks replied to his own tweet with, "To be clear, this sort of situation is exceedingly rare in my experience, and it's not going to change anything about how we cover games."
What do you mean? What do you mean it's exceedingly rare? Bruh, you gave Starfield a 7 out of 10 because you were afraid. This is common practice, yo. Okay? If you're not giving the big scores, the big thumbs up, you're not getting the code. This is common. This is common practice.
Suicide Squad or beyond. Destin from IGN also chimed in with his thoughts on all of this and how just off-putting the situation is, stating that I gave Curse of Osiris a 5.5 out of 10 and Bungie still sent us codes. Suicide Squad not sending IGN codes after my negative preview is ridiculous, and I'm not even on the review. Even the sponsor...
Well, to be fair, Bungie doesn't care. They know that the people playing Destiny still to this point are absolutely just squeezable and milkable, and it doesn't matter. Bro, but... Bungie could hit their players physically and they would say, "Thank you, Bungie, please more."
Stream had characters fail to appear during cutscenes, while CM deleted comments criticizing the gameplay. Several other previews echoed my criticisms, and that's true. Reading through or watching a lot of the hands-on previews for Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, I feel like a lot of outlets and a lot of folks who got their hands on the game were essentially criticizing the game for the same things. And to see a gaming company be petty about that by not distributing review copies for those who had negative initial impressions, like, that is straight up anti-consumer. They're trying to minimize criticisms surrounding the game prior to its launch, so
yeah, like every company does,
that customers and potential players are as least informed as possible.
Oh, boys, we're already entering companies bad. Bruh, Young's getting fired up, boys. Soon it's gonna be the evil CEOs once again telling everyone to make the gameplay bad so they can sell microtransactions. Ah, man. Communism China at its finest.
About the potential shortcomings of the game. And even those outlets who haven't been blacklisted from getting review copies of Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League are getting their review copies basically when the game launches, so there won't be any opportunity to do pre-release coverage for this game, you know, before...
Yeah, the typical red flag. Again, I have said this constantly. If a game has... embargo of the release date, you know that they are afraid that people are going to show their game because they know it's trash and bad and sad. And it's always 100% true also. If a game seems good, if everyone's happy, people want you to talk about. Gaming companies want you to talk about their game because it's going to get more hype, more sales. Okay? But... if your game is bad, you don't want people talking about it because they're going to talk about how bad it is. Crazy, right?
People are able to shell out money for this game. So Cade Onder here, who is from News Outlet Comic Book, tweeted, "I've received confirmation that Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League review codes will go out next week when the servers are turned on. As such, do not expect any reviews prior to launch." Journalist Jeff Grubb confirmed this to be the case as well, tweeting, "I'm not expecting Suicide Squad reviews before the game releases. Seems like review codes won't go out until the servers go live with the retail version. Could change." It didn't. Here we have Paul Tassi from Forbes to discuss this in an article where he talked about how I've been waiting for updates from the communications team for about 2...
Bro, I think I'll trust Kotaku more than Forbes at this point. It is what it is.
Weeks now and was supposed to hear something official yesterday but didn't. The explanation is supposedly that since this is an always online co-op game, the servers simply aren't going to be turned on until the actual release on Tuesday the 30th. But I personally don't buy that excuse. I feel like if the optics surrounding Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League were positive, if they were confident that the game would garner overwhelmingly positive reception, they would have absolutely found a way to ensure that there was a way for media outlets to play the game early and give their impressions early. If you ask me, this is definitely Warner Brothers seeing the writing on the wall surrounding this game, understanding that the reception of this game will likely not be positive, and them trying to keep customers as least informed as possible and trying to do damage control so that those negative reviews don't go out before the game goes live and does damage to the potential sales.
Yeah. One of the worst things I think about Suicide Kill the Justice League is actually the world building. Bro, the world makes no sense. I am confident that the way they actually made the open world in that game is they just made a city, and then they were like, oh, but wait, we need grapple hook locations so people can do this, and straight lines where you can run, and blah, blah, blah. So all of these traversal mechanics actually work. And, you know, they had the city, and then they just added a bunch of diarrhea all over it. And, the game looks so... It's been a while since I have seen a game that's world building is as bad as Kill the Justice League. It really is bad. It just looks like a hodgepodge of random things being placed at random locations for literally no reason. Pretty sad.
Figures of the game. This is very much all a very corporate tactic is what this feels like. And like, yes, this game is live service, but it does have a campaign that you can play by yourself. That was part of the marketing campaign of Suicide Squad, where they straight up said that you can play co-op, but if you just want to go at it solo, that is something we straight up offer.
Okay, this is where I'm gonna defend the game, probably. I hope Yongi's getting to that point, because yesterday, I actually spent like 10 minutes reading people posting bad things about the Suicide Squad campaign and how they didn't like things. And man, bruh, put me in, Chief. I'm gonna defend Suicide Squad on that. The design choices of the campaign and random MacGuffins are probably decent, but let's see how it goes.
And for that, there shouldn't be an always...
Don't get me hyped up before it's time.
...online requirement in the first place, but that was implemented, so there's no way to play through the campaign even by yourself unless you're online, and that's being used as an excuse to be like, I'm sorry, we can't give you copies early, we can't allow you to play the game early because servers and stuff. And it'd be one thing if the lack of early access review copies was communicated way beforehand, but the fact that there was no communication surrounding this at all indicates to me that Warner Brothers, they were weighing their options and decided last minute.
Well, it's the DC universe. They're absolutely, completely flabbergasted. It is what it is. Okay, let's skip on ahead. Let's see the Twitter.
How rough it went, where people could not access the game because of its online requirement because they...
Oh, classic situation. Game comes out. People can't play the game because it's always online. Get used to it, guys. Come on. That's not changing now, is it? Probably.
Twitter page acknowledged in a tweet that reads, "We're aware that a number of players are currently experiencing an issue whereby upon logging into the game for the first time, they have full story completion. To resolve this issue will be..."
I did not see this one, though. I did not see this one. Amazing.
"Performing maintenance on the game servers. During this time, the game will be unavailable because of its always online requirement. The implementation of that has proven to be woefully unfortunate for the early access experience here." And then it continues, "We expect this to take several hours and will update once we have more information. We apologize for the inconvenience." About 5 to 6 hours later, they provided the following update: "We have identified the problem that was affecting player profiles and are currently testing a fix. We hope to implement it and have the game back online as soon as possible."
Bro, that's so crazy that a bug like this can ship. This is like Starfield levels of quality, Fallout 76 levels of quality. Essentially pick a Bethesda game and this is that level of bad quality.
Thank you for your patience. People who paid $100 to gain early access to the game found themselves being unable to access the game for hours on end. A lot of time wasted in this early access period that was supposed to make paying extra for this deluxe package worth. Not sending out review codes and then launching early for people who paid $100+ to pre-order, only for the servers to immediately be taken down because of a massive bug that auto-completed.
Lady Emily, wanna place bets it's a dude?
The game for you on startup is, good sign. This tweet alone garnered over 23,000 likes and almost 1 million views. There's a general agreement that this early period of Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League's
no different than the launch of Diablo 3. No different than the launch of Diablo 3, Diablo 4, classic World of Warcraft, and I mean there's a billion other games that have had the same problem. This is not new.
Launch does not bode well for its future. And people who experienced servers going into maintenance mode as they were playing the game discussed how this disrupted their experience. John Lindman from Digital Foundry, for example, encountered this situation where man talk about a mood killer, cool sequence with Batman, and then it freezes here for a second, followed by this error. The error that servers have gone into maintenance mode, thereby making the game inaccessible.
Oh, come on. Where's the good stuff? I want to see about the, Boomerang pissing on the Flash.
It's factory enough, and so apparently after the whole situation where early access was marred by maintenance periods for servers, the refund searches for Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League surged by 790%. So
wow.
That should tell you that there is certainly a crowd who were like, screw this.
I mean, that's an impressive number if you don't understand what percentiles mean. So, who's refunding Suicide Squad? No one cares. The Justice League Minecraft? Probably like maybe a couple of people. Essentially, this number most likely in reality could be 10,000, and it would still be most likely less than 50k loss. No, if luckily even that.
I'm out. And then adding to all of that is the fact that early impressions surrounding Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League from those who did gain early access to the game and have played through the campaign or have played an extensive amount of the game have been kind of mixed. I've not been seeing any sort of like glowing reception or overwhelming positivity. So Destin from IGN here, for example, he recently finished Suicide Squad, completed the story, and tweeted that overall a very mixed bag in my opinion. Some fun story stuff, some story stuff that left me scratching my head as to why they would go that route. I'm still not loving the actual gameplay, but maybe it gets better as they do endgame stuff. Looking forward to reading the reviews. And then the length of the campaign itself, it's shorter than I was expecting.
Can we get some of the good tweets? Well, let's check.
Talked about their experience with the game was Paul Tassi from Forbes, whose initial
doesn't look like it.
The rest of the game so far. So that just seems to be the general impression. Like, it makes a strong first impression, but as you keep playing through the game...
wow, so no one's talking about this. This was what I was checking out on Twitter all day yesterday, honestly. Kind of crazy, not gonna lie that this is not a thing. Let me check Twitter really fast to see if I can find anything. So, Suicide Squad. Let's go, baby. Let's see what we got at the top. Not gonna lie, blah, blah, blah. Nope. Harley Quinn looks better. Nope. So I guess I'll just talk about it. But there is a lot of people currently extremely unreasonably pissed about the Suicide Squad storyline. Because they killed the Flash. They killed the Batman. They killed that no one cares. They killed the other people also. And a lot of things are not lore-friendly. Okay? And that was the thing that I was going to defend Suicide Squad on. Because a lot of this is absolutely just stupid. The complaint of some people just because, oh, the Flash got killed. That's so not good. Bro, okay? First of all, you're playing a Suicide Squad game where the Suicide Squad is the main protagonists. Okay? They're gonna kill the Batman and do things like that. It's literally how it's designed. If you don't understand that that's gonna happen, I don't know, but check if you don't have dents in your head because someone hit you with a hammer as you were a kid at the head, because it probably explains a lot in your life, you know, things like that. And other things, that the Suicide Squad humor was pretty brutal at times, which was hilarious. For example, when the Flash gets killed, Captain Boomerang just, pisses on his dead corpse, which is hilarious. And you know what? And people were so mad about that. People got so absolutely just unreasonably mad about it. It was hilarious. Oh, Captain Boomerang can't do that. Yeah, it's in his character to do something like this, but there's a fine line in his character and you shouldn't. I'm sorry, what did you just say? Did you just literally say it's in the character's nature to actually do something like that, but he shouldn't do it anyway? I mean, again, we're talking about the greatest amount of brain damage that I have heard in a conversation in a long time here, okay? Bruh, if it's in his character, it actually we complain about Hollywood and games constantly about ignoring the source material, and here you yourself are admitting that yeah, Captain Boomerang could piss on Flash's corpse, and you're saying, but he shouldn't do it. You're actively asking them to ignore source material. Because Captain Boomerang is the guy who would do it. Harley Quinn completely ignoring all sound and reason and just grabbing Deadshot's ass and getting also frozen. Some people were calling that, oh, that's insane, that's not funny. It is, it's hilarious, end your life. It was great, in fact. It was the most Harley Quinn moment I ever expected to see from a game like that. It is literally exactly what Harley Quinn should be like, okay? The Batman just getting shot in the head. So, and who cares? Big deal. King Shark using the Green Lantern ring. Oh, that's not lore accurate. That's not how it works in the lore. Blah, 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 blah. First of all, alternative dimensions, so things are gonna be different here. Second of all, exactly how that's exactly a Suicide Squad feeling that random MacGuffin stuff like that happens. Third of all, what kind of Green Lantern ring lore are you even talking about? That shit has been retconned 200 billion times in a row now. Okay? Okay? Oh, that's not how this character... What do you mean, not how this character should work? I'm pretty sure there's currently 20 versions of Batman running around the multiverse of official DC lore, and 20 versions of Stop! Stop! Oh, but these characters could never win against Superman. He's so better. Yeah, Superman is technically so strong that there should never be even crime in the universe of DC, but that is. Explain that to me. I hate so many people who are complaining about Suicide Squad moments because that shouldn't happen. Oh, the shark can't wear a Green Lantern ring because it's supposed to fly off and find a new host or go back to Oa. Shut the fuck up. No. There has been... I don't even know all of this lore, but I can bet you that there have been a billion comic book exceptions for this already established lore. And bruh, again, no one knows even in comics what is currently established lore or whatever, because there's not there's too much... Okay? Reading a comic book requires a flowchart of what should happen before that. You know? And the first prerequisite is getting baptized because you need God's help if you want to read comics. So don't tell me about lore consistencies in comics. It doesn't exist. Okay? Anyway, this is Chris saying thanks for watching, and this was our boy.
Stay tuned right here on Young Yeah. I'll see you guys next time.
Yeah! Young out! Anyway. God, the Communist Party must be paying him great. Anyway, this was Quizzer saying thanks for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already, and have a nice day. Bye-bye.